Everything is blue, his pills, his hands, his jeans. And now I'm covered in the colors, pull apart at the seams. And it's blue, and it's blue.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Vanessa and this is just my little girl time, girl space where I can come and have a little me time. So if you would like to do that with me, I would love it if you would consider subscribing down below. Today's video is all about how to get this blue eyeshadow look that I'm wearing. So if you would like to find out how I did it, keep on watching. I decided to skip eye primer today and just use my concealer. So I just took my Maybelline Fit Me concealer and applied that all over the lids and then proceeded to blend it out using my fingers. Then with my Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette, I took the shade Mousse on a fluffy brush and just used windshield wiper motions to place that color all over the crease and a little bit above. I didn't really set the concealer. I mostly went directly into the crease because I really wanted the blue to pop. So in order to achieve that, I took a NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, and this is the shade Electric Blue, and I decided to apply that all over the lid. And this was just going to serve as the base where I was going to be applying the different blue shades. So the blues that I decided to use are from the NYX Avant Pop palette, and it is just that blue shade right there. And I placed that on the first half of the lid, so from the inner corner to about halfway. Then I took the shade Bomb Bomb from the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette and applied that on the second half of the lid. You have to know that this is one of those looks that looks messy at first, but in the end, it all comes together. So once you have the desired pigmentation, you can go ahead and blend out the crease the way that I did here. I didn't apply any additional product. I just took the fluffy brush that I had used with the shade Mousse to blend the two colors together on the crease just for a seamless application. Then I decided that I needed a little darkness on the outer V, so I just applied the shade Licorice there just to deepen out the outer V a bit. This step is completely optional. So as you can see, I had a lot of fallout. So I decided to just take a makeup wipe and clean all that up and just create a precise edge with the wipe as well. I wanted to be extra glowy today, so I decided to take the e.l.f. Dewy Drops and apply that all over the face as a primer. And then I went ahead and blended that in with my fingers. I have combination skin, so I get really oily around the T-zone, but I find that when I use this product and then apply foundation on top of it and lightly dust with some powder, I don't get too oily throughout the day. Now, before you apply the foundation, you are going to look like a disco ball, but that's okay. It'll all work out in the end. I actually really enjoy using this product in this way. For foundation, I decided to use, once again, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I have really been enjoying this foundation. I love the little spatula. I think it's just so convenient for application. And as you can see, I applied a lot. I actually did think that I applied a little bit more than normal, but I had some breakouts that I wanted to cover, so I went extra heavy on that area as well. And then to blend it in, I decided to just use a flat top brush and blend that all over the face. I stuck to one layer again today because, like I said, I felt like I applied a little bit too much product anyway, but in the end, it didn't look cakey, so that's just another reason why I love this foundation. So I just kept blending that in up into the forehead and all over the face and around the eyes. For brows, I went ahead and used the e.l.f. brow kit, and this is in the shade medium, and I couldn't find my angled brush, so I just went ahead and used the little brush that comes with the kit. And for that reason, my brows took especially long today. Like, I couldn't believe I couldn't find my angled brush. I was like, where the heck is it? But all right, we'll make it work. So this is just me applying the powder after I've gone ahead and done the... For the under eyes, I decided to use my Maybelline Fit Me concealer once again. So I just applied that under the eyes and on the center of the face just to add a little bit more dimension. To blend it out, I decided to use a Real Techniques flat foundation brush. And this is actually the first time that I've used this brush to blend out my concealer, and I found that it did a really nice job. Normally I use a sponge, but I found that the brush really didn't leave any streaks, and it blended the concealer out nice and easy. But you can go ahead and use whatever you feel most comfortable with. Once that was done, I set the under eyes with the banana shade from the Wet n Wild contour palette. So I just set under the eyes, and then I used the same powder to set the rest of my face. So I applied it all over, especially on that T-zone, because I didn't want to be oily the rest of the day. Then for contour, I took my little e.l.f. contouring quad and I used the contour shade to stamp out the hollows of the cheeks and then also on my nose. And then what I did was go into the contour shade from the Wet n Wild palette and just use that to blend this out. And to blend it out, I use the e.l.f. blending brush, which is really nice to blend. I mean, obviously that's where it gets its name from, right? But yeah, so then back to the eyes, I decided to line the lower lash line with that same electric blue NYX Jumbo eye pencil and pretty much repeat the same steps that we did on the top. So I did the first half of the lower lash line with that blue from the NYX Avant Pop palette, and then I went ahead and used Bonbon from the Too Faced Semi Sweet palette for the second half of the lower lash line. And then to kind of blend that all in, I took the shade Mousse from the Semi Sweet Chocolate Bar palette again and blended that out. Now, for some reason, I thought that I could do winged liner on camera, and it turns out it's a lot harder than it looks. But hey, we attempted it, so let's move on to mascara. And once again, I am using the NYX Worth the Hype mascara. I have been really enjoying this mascara. If you would like to watch a quick review that I did on this mascara, I'm going to go ahead and link that video down below. But yeah, I just applied 3 coats on the top lashes. For highlight, I decided to use the Wet n Wild Hello Halo and applied that on the cheekbones, top of the brows, on the nose, and I even went on the inner corners of the eyes. Once again, I am using my fingers to blend this out. If you're going to be using your fingers like I am, make sure that your hands are clean. You don't want to transfer any bacteria into your skin, especially if you are breaking out, which I kind of was. For blush, I decided to use a Makeup Geek blush, and this is called Romance, and it's a really nice glowy shimmery blush, so I really like it. So after I applied brush, I went For the inner corner, I first took the shade Pink Sugar from the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette, but I wasn't really feeling how it looked, so I opted to use Butter Pecan instead, and I liked how that looked better, so I left it on the inner corner and also on the brow bone. Then I decided to line the lower waterline with a black kohl pencil, and this is just the voluminous smoldering eye pencil, and I went ahead and tight lined at the same time. So this is a technique that might look a little bit scary or painful, but it's not, and it's effective, so I do it this way. Then I applied mascara on the lower lash line, once again with the NYX Worth the Hype mascara. For the lips, I first lined them with a lippy pencil from ColourPop, and this is in the shade Aquarius. And then for lipstick, I went with a ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip, and this is in Echo Park. And that pretty much wraps up the look, you guys. I mean, you can go in with some falsies if you like, and don't forget to set your face. I didn't have any footage of that, and I chose not to apply any falsies. Alright guys, that'll be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give this a thumbs up, just to let me know that you like these types of videos, and I'll go ahead and keep making more. Also, don't forget to subscribe down below and check out my other videos while you're at it. Until next time, bye.
Everything is blue.